The same fear that Warner Brothers had with keeping Johnny Depp in Fantastic Beasts for the third installment is the same fear and decision-making that ought to be applied for putting Amber Heard in the next Aquaman movie.
I had to I fought really hard to stay in the movie. They didn't want to include me in the film.
Objection, Your Honor.
Nobody ever told you that Warner Brothers misrepresented the reason that they were replacing Miss Heard, correct?
The lack of chemistry between her and Jason?
Yes.
Yes.
They basically took a bunch out of my role. They just removed a bunch.
Aquaman 2 is finally pushing through this year, but Warner Brothers seems to have really stuck to their original plan, which is to retain Amber Heard in her original role as Queen Mera. But we all know that that is a bad decision, especially now that Amber Heard has already been tried as guilty. Fans once thought that perhaps Warner Brothers has kept on moving the dates of the premiere to let the issue die down on its own, but December of 2023 might still be a wrong choice of date. And Aquaman 2's recent trailer has proved that right. So what was in this trailer that made fans very upset? That's what we're finding out in this video. But of course, before I spill anything, make sure first that you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell for more updates and videos like this. Now let's dive in.
To bring the land and sea together.
Set to hit theaters this winter after many delays, the film serves as a sequel to 2019's Aquaman, and as it stands, it could end up serving as the final installment of the DCEU, now that James Gunn and Peter Safran are mapping out their new plans for what's called the DCU. It will be officially hitting the big screen on December 20, 2023. Amber Heard is returning in her role as Mera in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, proving all her replacement rumors wrong. Ever since the infamous defamation trial of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, there have been rumors saying Amber Heard won't be cast in the upcoming Aquaman movie. However, reality seems to be different than the rumors.
Do you think they mentioned or showed Amber in any of the Aquaman stuff? I want to get your guesses before I even tell you.
I hope not. That's what I hope.
Amber Heard's fleeting appearance in the new trailer for Aquaman 2 has made quite a splash at CinemaCon 2023. During the movie industry event in Las Vegas, Warner Brothers debuted the preview for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which will see Jason Momoa and Heard reprise their roles as aquatically gifted heroes and love interests Arthur and Mera. Though the trailer hasn't been released to the public yet, the studio confirmed Wednesday to the Los Angeles Times that Heard is in it.
I was given a script and then given new versions of the script that had taken away scenes that had action in it, that depicted my character and another character. They basically took a bunch out of my role.
According to people at CinemaCon, the trailer opens up with a look at Dr. Stephen Shin, Randall Park, and Black Manta, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, attacking the surface world with some tentacles destroying a ship. Black Manta is also said to be seen wielding a black trident during the attack, followed by a sneak peek of the return of Adlana, Nicole Kidman. The trailer is said to have buddy comedy vibes by playing off of the relationship between Aquaman, Jason Momoa, and his stepbrother Orm, Patrick Wilson. "I'm supposed to be a king," Aquaman tells his father in the trailer, "to bring the land and sea together, but now I feel the tide shifting." Another moment sees Aquaman declaring that no one hits my brother but me, while Orm says to him during another scene, "If you lead, Atlantis will follow." The trailer would go on to conclude with a look at a battle between Aquaman and Black Manta, but not before the first official look at Amber Heard's return as Mera. It's said to be a brief snippet of footage, though it reveals Mera wearing a new white suit. The appearance makes it 100% official as well that Heard is in fact part of the movie, despite controversy associated with the actress due to her legal battle with Johnny Depp. According to Deadline, Heard's Mera shows up briefly during a battle scene in the preview. DC film head Walter Hamada was called to testify in court about Heard's diminished screen time. He contradicted her legal team's claim that the role was altered as a result of the allegations against Depp. The size of the role in the film that she has was determined in the early development of the script. Hamada said at trial, citing a lack of chemistry between Heard and the film's lead, Jason Momoa, as the reason behind her cut-down screen time.
Probably do have the option if they need to.
In June, a rep for the actress denied reports that Heard has been cut from Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, saying at the time, the rumor mill continues as it has from day one. Inaccurate, insensitive, and slightly insane. Reports of Heard's cameo in the trailer surfaced years after Johnny Depp supporters launched an online campaign to remove her from the sequel. At press time, the virtual petition had received more than 4.6 million signatures. The petition, which labels Heard a domestic perpetrator, got a major boost last spring when Heard and her ex-husband Depp traded allegations of domestic maltreatment and attacks at their high-profile defamation trial in Virginia. The jury ended up awarding Depp more than $10 million, while Heard received $2 million. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband, Heard said in a statement after losing the case. It sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. It sets back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously.
This is painful, and this is humiliating for any human being to go through.
During the trial, Heard testified that she nearly lost her role in Aquaman due to the media firestorm surrounding her legal battles with Depp. However, the then president of Warner Brothers Pictures claimed in a video deposition that Heard was almost recast because of a lack of on-screen chemistry between her and Momoa, not because of the Depp controversy. During the trial, Heard testified she fought really hard to stay in Aquaman's sequel when they didn't want to include me in the film. She also said her part as Mera was very pared down.
The size of the role in the film that she has was determined in the early development of the script, which would have happened in 2018, I would say. So, and from there, beyond normal development, the role sort of, the character's involvement in the story was sort of what it was from the beginning.
I was given a script and then given new versions of the script that had taken away scenes that had action in it that depicted my character and another character, without giving any spoilers away, two characters fighting with one another, and they basically took a bunch out of my role. They just removed a bunch out, Heard said on the stand. Heard said that communications about the sequel stopped at that point. Heard plays Mera in various Warner Brothers and DC Entertainment comic book films. She made her acting debut in Justice League, which she described as a three-picture option. Aquaman, in which she played a bigger co-lead role opposite Jason Momoa and paid $1 million, was her second picture. Heard claimed that she was paid twice as much for Aquaman 2, the third picture in her deal, but that her character was a very pared-down version.
At the end of the day, I think if you watch the movie, they look like they had great chemistry, but I just know that through the course of the post-production that it took a lot of effort to get there. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's very easy. You just put the characters on the screen together and they work, and sometimes it's harder.
Jessica Kovacevic, the 36-year-old actress's talent agency, testified in Depp's defamation case, saying she was told Heard was given a lower role in the upcoming sequel due to her lack of chemistry with co-star Jason Momoa, who plays the lead role. However, the actress has already filmed the movie during the height of the Depp-Heard case, and it was originally set to hit theaters last March 2023, but was then again moved to December. The agent said WME learned Heard's role as Mera was allegedly reduced when Heard received the script. Speaking about Heard's success after Aquaman, Kovacevic said that she believed the actress's career did not take off as much as Momoa's.
I think her and Jason Momoa had some type of electric spark or something like that. That's just my genuine feelings on it. I didn't
much chemistry whatsoever.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of...
When asked about statements made by Depp's attorney, Adam Waldman, including that he said Heard's allegations against Depp were a hoax, Kovacevic said that added fuel to the fire. There were no performance difficulties highlighted with Heard's Aquaman role, according to Kovacevic, who believes the actress tested quite well for the picture. Ever since the infamous defamation trial of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, it was rumored that Amber Heard won't be back playing the role of Mera. Moreover, not just insiders and sources claim so, but Heard too hinted at the same. Rumors have swirled about how much screen time Heard will have in the film, and some have theorized that she will get scrapped from Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom entirely because of the backlash. Even so, one of the film's producers had previously defended the decision to keep Heard in the movie, suggesting that no amount of internet backlash would result in her removal. I don't think we're ever going to react to, honestly, pure fan pressure, said producer Peter Safran, who now heads DC Studios with James Gunn. You gotta do what's best for the movie. We felt that if it's James Wan and Jason Momoa, it should be Amber Heard. That's really what it was. He added, one is not unaware of what is going on in the Twitterverse, but that doesn't mean you have to react to it, or take it as gospel, or accede to their wishes. You have to do what's right for the film, and that's really where we landed on it. So what do you think? Are you going to watch the upcoming DC movie? How do you think it's all gonna pan out? That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.